I'm rebooting the front left axle and replacing the seal on a 2004 RX330. For tools, I have two different styles of boot clamp pliers, a snap ring pliers, a slide hammer, and if the included hook in the slide hammer doesn't work, I'm gonna use this bigger one. I also have this 3D printed seal installer tool, which I'll link in the description. I would recommend getting two seals because this one is hard to install and it's likely you messed the first one up. I'm also going to take the knuckle completely out and replace the lower ball joint along with the wheel bearing and hub. I have a separate video on how to replace the wheel bearing and hub with a press. I'll link it above. Getting the lower ball joint out was a battle because the cotter pin was completely seized, so I ended up having to cut it with a Dremel. I then used this wobble socket to impact it out. Whoever replaced this wheel bearing last did not put the dust deflector in. To torque the nut for the lower ball joint, I put the whole knuckle in a vise. The spec is 91 foot-pounds, and the service manual says if the hole doesn't line up to put the cotter pin in, you can turn it an additional 60 degrees. I ended up removing the front strut to make removing the axle and installing the seal easier. I got the axle out and I had to use the bigger hook. The smaller one that was included in the slide hammer kit just couldn't grip the axle well enough on the little notches. I had this side of the car jacked up a little higher than the other side, but I still lost about a quart of transmission fluid. So I'll have to replace that. Take note of how far in the seal is pressed. It's flush with the transmission case, so we want to make sure we don't put the new one in too far. I finally got the axle seal out. The hook did not work, so I switched over to the slide hammer attachment and it came out pretty quickly. Make sure that you keep track of this little ring. You wouldn't want that ending up inside your transmission. And be careful so you don't accidentally put your puller in too far and scratch the mating surface for the seal. Make sure the tools are clean of debris before you put them inside the transmission to pull the seal out. I finally got the seal installed. It's as close to flush as I can get it. This seal is very difficult to install. I ended up ruining my first seal. I decided to call it a night, so I put the second seal in the freezer overnight and came back the next day to attempt it again. I also picked up this threaded rod and some hardware, along with a couple pieces of wood, to try to make the seal easier to install. The issue is that the seal sits so far in on the driver's side, and there's so much stuff in the way that it's hard to get something in and hammer in the new seal. This black tool is what I tried to use first, but the lip of the seal has too much interference on the outer edge. So once you get the seal in, you kind of have to push the lips in with a screwdriver. And if the seal falls off while the seal is started to be installed, you cannot get the black tool back around it without damaging the lip. So I switched to this red tool, and that's the one that worked. The problem with the red tool is the outer edge doesn't quite fit into the casing of the transmission, so it's possible to pound in the seal too far. Versus the black tool, if the tolerances were a little better, it would stop at the casing and get the seal perfectly flush. If you're doing this job, you might want to consider not replacing the seal if the old one isn't damaged. It took me around 4 or 5 hours, which is ridiculous. You can probably see how much I struggled in the time lapses and videos. This is not a fun job to do. Other than the seal, the only other issue I ran into is rebooting my axle. The tripod joint was almost seized to the spline, so I had to put it in a hydraulic press. Other than that, the axle reboot's tedious and messy, but it's not terrible. The front left axle new is around $400 to $500, and the boot kit is about $50 to $60. So it is worth rebooting your axle, but you might want to consider just buying the axle and you don't even have to mess with rebooting it. I got the rebooted axle installed. I just pushed it in and then kind of tapped on it till I heard the clip engage in the transmission. I got everything installed and torqued down. The only thing I didn't do was stake the axle nut. I'm gonna take the car on a test drive, and once I confirm everything's good, then I'll come back and stake it. I'll post torque specs for each component. I lost a little over 2 quarts of transmission fluid, so I made sure to replace that. I'll drive the car around, heat the transmission up, and check the fluid level when it's at the proper temperature.